Hello Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of April 9th through April 15th. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. A lot of tarot channels have been experiencing a little bit of a downturn in the way YouTube is pushing the videos out. So you've probably heard this a lot already from other readers, but if you do enjoy these readings, please leave a comment, hit the like button, and if you can, watch the video or several videos from beginning until end, right? That's the best way to really help out any of your favorite tarot readers. I know I'm probably your top favorite, right? But anyone that you enjoy, any reader that you appreciate, that's what we can do for them in order to to help everybody succeed. Okay, that's definitely appreciated. Now we're going to jump right into it and see what is going on this week. And let's see our first card, Emperor Energy. All right, let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. I feel like you are really going to find like a new confidence this week. You know, I feel like you're really in control of things, you know, and I'm a Cancer too, okay? So I can kind of understand how this Emperor energy, when we do feel it, we need to really hold on to it and go with it, embrace it, utilize it. Don't squander it. Don't let it pass you by, because they don't come very often, I don't think, at least in my experience. We are primarily water people, right? This Emperor energy is fire. It is fire. So this week feels like you are really kind of on fire, okay? And I think that it is an opportunity for you to really utilize this power, right? However temporary, however fleeting it may be, grab it and let's go. Let's do it. What are we, where are we headed? What are we doing with this fire energy, okay? What is it that we're hoping to accomplish? Is this maybe just a change in our mood? You know, maybe are we going from a rather pessimistic, melancholy kind of mood and into a confident, optimistic, energetic, ambitious mood, right? It may not be anything new we're working on. It may just be a shift in our mood to this state of really being in control, being powerful, being successful, and being proud of ourselves, right? I feel like Cancers tend to be rather humble people, okay? So I feel like having these moments of real pride and confidence are essential. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. It could be that despite things not even really being that amazing in your business, in your creativity, your career maybe, in your relationship, in the work that you're doing, in your home, wherever, you know, wherever you put your focus day to day, you know, at least during this couple of week period. Even though there may not be anything particularly exciting going on or particularly successful, you know, like maybe you didn't earn $1 million this week. You know, maybe you don't really have that many blessings to count, but that's okay. You know, this week you're not letting any little thing bother you. You're not letting yourself even get weighed down by the kind of existential dread of, holy shit, what am I going to do like next year? What am I going to do this year? What am I going to do, you know, at the end of the month, let's say, right? So despite whatever kind of challenges, or I don't want to say challenges, because with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm kind of getting this feeling like there is success, but it's a delayed success. So maybe this confidence is coming from your knowledge that this thing is going to work out. Right now, it kind of looks like not very good. Kind of looks like shit, okay? I don't want to get censored by YouTube for cursing, so I apologize. it may be that right now things aren't as lucrative as they're going to be down the road, right? You know success is coming. It's just not here right now. But that gives you still this this tremendous confidence right now. It's like we can see that if we just keep pushing, if we just keep working hard, that success will come, right? Whatever it is, career, your creativity, your art, your music, anything that, whatever you're doing, whatever you put your time and energy into, Cancer, okay? The success is coming. Right now it's about doing the work and not being concerned with what's the result going to look like. You know, what is the success going to feel like? No, now's not the time for that. Now's the time to remain in this Emperor energy for as long as we can. Because it's in that Emperor mode, I think, that you're able to do really intense work, right? You're able to really get a lot done. And all of this Seven of Pentacles energy, this is saying the sevens are about how you're going to be victorious over your problem right now, right? How are you going to win? How are you going to succeed? Well, it's by working harder. And I know that sounds kind of dumb, right? You work harder, you get more in return. Maybe, maybe not. But in this case, I feel like putting all of this fiery energy into your work, whatever you're doing, your art, your music, your career, your business that you're building, your relationship, whatever it is. By putting in this confident Emperor energy, I think that you are making progress. It's like a real surge of work. You're being visited by this intense energy, and you've got to utilize it to really keep pushing, to make progress, to check as many boxes off your list as you can. You have this feeling right now, you need to put it to good use, right? Do as much work as you can. Accomplish as much as you can, because when that energy departs, and I think it will, the success, the progress is going to be slow again, okay? So the Seven of Pentacles, it's not a bad card, right? It's not a bad omen. It's actually a rather good omen because it's showing you how do you reach success? How are you going to reach your goals? Well, that is by focusing on the work, not obsessing over the rewards at the end, but focusing on the work that you're doing right now. You've got this energy, you got to focus on this work, right? Let's see what all of this rests on. Okay, let's see what's down below everything. A real inner strength. Real inner strength. This is something that you're doing that you know is part of who you are, right? You have an inner resolve, a commitment, the Nine of Wands here. Real strength of character. Strength of body, mind, and soul, really. A connection between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. A connection, strong connection between your head and your heart. Okay? So you have this commitment, you have this resolve, you have this ambition. And you know that it is something that is an expression of who you are, right? It's your purpose. You really are doing the work that is all about your soul, right? Your spiritual work, whatever it looks like, art, music, your career, your business that you're building, or your relationships, whatever it is. Whatever it is. You are so committed to this because it is you. It is an expression of you. That's how strong this connection is with your inner self, with your heart, with your unconscious, right? So even in those periods of the kind of diminished energy, right? Because I think this, again, this Emperor energy, this confidence, this real energetic ambition, enthusiasm, kind of waxes and wanes, right? We're Cancer, we're ruled by the moon. So this energy comes and goes. And even when it's gone, even when it has gone, we still feel this intense strength and connection. It may just be a kind of quiet period, and then when this energy waxes again and we're back to this kind of Emperor style energy, then we are able to accomplish so much more. You know, and then it wanes again, and we have maybe a restful period, a quiet period, you know. It fluctuates. It fluctuates. But whatever you're doing, even in those quiet periods, you have this intense confidence. You have this intense commitment and this inner resolve, this strength that comes from knowing you're doing your will, knowing that you are working toward fulfilling your life's purpose, right? Recent past, 2 of Pentacles, discs, coins, diamonds, wheels. The 2 of Pentacles, it is constant change. The world is constantly fluctuating, right? The wheels are always turning, right? And these could be looked at as gears. It could be like a belt going around these gears, like in an engine or something, right? I kind of think it is this consistent change that is driving you forward, right? I think if things became too, I don't know, too homogenized, if they became too consistent, if it became too just even and too routine, I think things would fizzle out quickly, right? I think you need this constant change, right? But this is a change that doesn't say you are abandoning your work and going to something else, right? It doesn't say that you're just kind of fickle. No. No, this is saying that you find harmony and rhythm in the waxing and waning of things, in the fluctuation of things. I think that you probably spend a lot of time intensely working on this project, whatever it is, art, your music, your relationship, career. You spend a lot of intense time on this thing, and then you may cycle out of it, right? And the snake will go around these other spheres or discs or orbs, these other centers for you. And you might for a time focus on other things like physical health and exercise. And I feel like it's not a schedule of things that you do every day, right? It's not like you're trying to create this just very regimented routine in your life. You know, I think you cycle in and out of things quickly, relatively quickly. I don't know how quick, but you cycle in and out of things, and that's where you find the rhythm, right? That's where you find this kind of music almost. I wonder if you play an instrument like drums or piano or percussion of some kind, because I'm feeling this kind of really rhythmic kind of energy from you. Really, it's like a pulsing kind of thing. So I wonder if you play music, specifically percussion. I feel that. So I think that it's because of this flow and this cycle and this rhythm that you have that you're able to keep going and you have this success. And that's how you also deal with the darker periods, the periods of less activity, right? It just so happens that this week we are in a period of intense activity. An intense visitation of energy with this Emperor energy, okay? But I think you like the cycles, you like the flow, you like the waxing and the waning, you like the tide going in and out. There's something comforting about it, right? There's something comforting about it. And I think it motivates you. I think it keeps you going. I really do. Let's see what we've got above everything here. Very nice. Queen of Discs, Queen of Pentacles. This is you. This is a real confidence in your future. This is you enjoying the periods of rest, but still looking and kind of prospecting in the future, and envisioning what's coming down the line. It's not during these intense periods of activity that you should be obsessing about the goal, right? It's during the periods of inactivity, when you've cycled out to something else, or when this fiery energy has waned and you're in the quiet period. That's when you can kind of sit, relax, recuperate, and dream about the future, envision it, plan it, really do the visualization work, right? I feel like you're someone who does that, okay? I feel like you're someone who, especially during these quieter, maybe more dormant periods that we're talking about, I think that's when you really do this visualization work and you put yourself at the finish line. You put yourself in your ideal state, right? Even if this is a relationship, if this is a career, if this is your art, your music, your creativity, whatever. You put yourself in the ideal picture of success and you dwell there and you feel it, you smell it, right? You know what it tastes like, you know what it feels like against your skin, right? It becomes real for you, right? And then when things fluctuate back into this fire energy, which the fire energy isn't always the emperor, right? Isn't always the emperor. But when you cycle back into this intense energy period, then you don't stress about the goal so much. You don't worry about the future of things. You don't obsess over what's coming in the future because you've already felt it, tasted it, felt it against your skin, right? You already know what it's going to be like. And you can focus on your work, right? That intense focus. Let's do the future, the kind of maybe immediate future or the way forward, or how is this energy going to progress, or even what are you really going to be doing with this intense energy that's coming in this week, okay? Ooh, very nice. Very nice. This could be the final push in some sense, okay? We've got the Eon or Universe, the Eon or the Judgment card. Rebirth, reawakening, baptism by fire. It's taking this Emperor energy, and it really is a breakthrough this week. Probably by the end of the week. It's going to be a leveling up, okay? There's going to be a significant shift, a significant attainment, right? You're going to reach a level of success. I don't know if this is the final goal. I don't know if this is the end result, okay? But I feel like this is a very significant cycle, okay? The energy that waxes and wanes, right? This time it's waxing, it's really going to lead to a tremendous leveling up, okay? And then I think it's gonna wane and it's gonna wax again, right? But this is a very significant cycle of that. And I think that this intense push that we need right now is really taking us to a new vista. It's taking us to a really kind of new era, all right? So I feel there is really a significant, it's not just one of the same old cycles, you know, energy and then the quiet period, then great energy and then a quiet period. This great energy is going to level you up. And then there might be a relatively quiet period, but it's going to be at a higher baseline. You know what I mean? Let's see what's going on once we get through that, when this kind of, when we burst through that doorway, right? Let's see what the general energy is going to. There's the Universe card. I knew I felt this card, but I kind of misspoke. So this is the Universe or World card. And what this is signifying is going through this doorway with the Eon or Judgment card. Through that doorway, through that leveling up, it's almost like you're kind of popping out into outer space, right? It's almost like you just really are now, you've reached escape velocity, right? You're beyond the atmosphere now. Now you are in the kind of cosmic reality. Major shift, major breakthrough happening this week, okay? And this, as a general energy, is a feeling like you've made it, right? You've reached the escape velocity and now you're just weightless, you're in zero gravity, you're in outer space, and you're just like, this is it, I've made it, right? And you want to linger here, because it's kind of a new feeling. It's not so much the waxing and the waning anymore, right? It's not so much because what's that from? That's from the gravity between all the moon and the earth, but just the gravity of things, the weight of everything around us, right? The mass of everything. But now we're in outer space, we're weightless. We're not experiencing that. So we want to linger here. And maybe we're going to think that this is the ultimate goal. But I think the time will will come, the moment will come where you'll say, okay, I'm floating out here in space. I need to do something. I can't just float here forever, right? I'm going to get hungry. I'm going to get thirsty. So enjoy this moment while you can. Enjoy it for a time, but know that there is more work still to be done. But that's not to detract from the other meaning of that card, which is that you have found your place in the universe now. That you kind of, now you're not just a Cancer person out in the world trying to do stuff. Now you are a spiritual being in the spiritual world, existing, right? Someone left me a comment, you want to be a human being, not a human doing. I thought that was a very nice, I love that. That's wonderful. And I'm gonna steal that if you don't mind. So this card kind of is you as a human being, a spiritual being, rather than a human, doing. But this is a temporary, this is like a mystical state, a magical attainment that you should hang on to for as long as that feeling will last, but know that there's more work to come. And this Four of Discs brings us right back down to earth. This brings us right back down into your living room, your bedroom, right down into the courtyard of your castle, right? Brings us back down to earth, okay? And so this is telling me, obviously, that there is more work to be done. You still have to come down and manage the four elements, right? But you've reached this spiritual attainment. You've reached this level, this experience. So now you're taking in that energy to your horizontal world, right? To continue building, to continue making this success. And now it's like you're a master of the elements now. Now you're a true magician, right? And I'm almost wondering if we're going to see the magus, the magician, the juggler, Mercury energy come out here. Because I feel like now you have this kind of new relationship with your environment and with the work that you're doing. It's almost like you're back down here on Earth where you're subject to the tides and the gravity and the pull and the waxing and waning still, right? That doesn't change, right? We're still the world is still the world. But you've had that spiritual attainment, that spiritual experience. So it's almost like you are still spiritually unaffected by that waxing and waning, by the turbulence, by the gravity, by the mass of the other objects around us. And we're in the center, and we are able to just see that happening around us in a new way. It's difficult to explain what I mean. Hopefully you're getting the impression just from these cards here. It's like you are at the center of the wheel. And at the center of the wheel, there's no motion. It's stillness. But the wheel's still spinning around, right? It's almost like the solar energy. I wonder if we're going to have a solar energy, the sun card here. Because as the center, there's no motion. Yes, I know the sun is a star and it's in constant motion, right? I know that. But in a abstract sense, the center of that wheel, there is stillness. There's no motion. Everything is spinning around, right? Anyway, I don't want to linger too long on that. I don't think I have the words to express that. But the Four of Discs in this position shows that you have a responsibility to your environment. You can't remain in this state of spiritual bliss forever, right? We have to come back down to earth. And we have to re-enter the atmosphere and take care of business, continue working, continue doing our things. And there's more mountain to climb, right? There's more mountain to climb. There's always more mountain to climb, if we've learned anything. So now we get an air sign person. I think an older masculine energy air sign person is involved in your life in some way. Now, we haven't had a lot of kind of talk about other people here today. This has been about you, Cancer. I do think there's an air sign person in your life, and I think that you, one of your reasons for kind of re-entering the atmosphere, coming back down to earth, is because of that person. I don't know if they're a family member or friends, a loved one of some kind. And I feel like you have some sort of concern or responsibility toward them. Okay? That card is in the position of your fears, worries, and concerns. So it may be someone who's dependent upon you, a child, a younger sibling. Could be an older family member who is relying on you for support. Could be that. It could be. So I feel like you have a responsibility to that person, and that's kind of maybe one of the motivating factors for you, one of the things that you're trying to achieve. Because again, I don't really know. Are you an artist? Are you focused on your career? Are you building a business? Are you all of these things together? Are you focused on a relationship? This could be the relationship that we're talking about. I think you're all of these things, and I hope you'll leave me some comments and let me know a little bit about what you've got going on. You can keep it vague. That's okay. Don't put any personal information on the internet. All right. But I'm interested in how you're doing and if this is resonating with you. And I really would appreciate you hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. All right. Final card, Path of the Serpent. Some more of that air energy. 7 of Swords. Now, I don't like that card really. But I feel as if this card is a good card right now. Usually this 7 of Swords, I'll cringe when I see that. But I think in this case, it's really talking about you coming back into the atmosphere like a bolt of lightning. You're this kind of untouchable essence now. And we see that here. This is almost like an Ace of Swords being attacked by these, 6 other swords. It could be that the Ace of Swords is being attacked or challenged by the 6 of Swords, which is rational thinking at its finest. Okay? It could be that you are impenetrable, that you are not, that you're not you're a spiritual being now. You're not of the earth. You're not affected by the fluctuations, the ups and downs of the physical mass of the earth. But you're also not affected by the air, by the arguments, by the conflicts, by the rational thinking. You've gone beyond the earth and the atmosphere into outer space where there is no atmosphere, right? There is no atmosphere. People could yell at you, but there's no air to carry the sound. There's no air to carry the sound to our ears when we're in outer space. So you've gone beyond these terrestrial kind of things. It doesn't mean that you're not going to hear, your own rational thoughts and plans and the arguments and expectations and the communications from other people. You're still going to hear it. But you're going to have that stillness. You're going to be the center of that wheel. You're going to be that solar energy even. That is not disturbed by these things, not deterred from these things. You're still maintaining your focus even more than ever before. I think that's a damn amazing thing, if I'm honest with you. I want to see that mystery card. What do you say? I wonder if this is going to be some more air energy. I kind of hope not. I don't know what I'm really hoping for, except maybe that Sun card, right? Maybe the Wheel of Fortune too. We're talking a lot about wheels. I think maybe Sun or Wheel of Fortune here. But in the back of my mind, like I said, I kind of am thinking air energy again. I don't know why. I've got the feeling like it kind of needs to. We kind of need to come back down, and we need to calm down a little bit, So I think my gut is telling me air energy, but what I want to believe, what my heart is saying is Wheel of Fortune, Sun energy. Let's see. Oof, air energy. 3 of Swords. Okay. We said with the 7 of Swords that it's usually a cringe, but in this case, it's not bad. I think the same thing here. Usually the 3 of Swords is like, ouch, But in this case, I think this is talking about how despite all of this energy, all of this progress, this breakthrough, this getting out of the influence of the terrestrial realm, right, having this kind of spiritual experience, does not strip you of your compassion, doesn't strip you of your feelings, doesn't strip you of your emotions and your empathy and your connections, right? Doesn't strip you of all of that. You've touched and tasted and smelled and felt against your skin something closer to reality, in theory, abstractly, philosophically, mystically. But you are still a compassionate human being, right? You still can understand and put yourself in the position of other people. And maybe this air sign person is who you're responsible for taking care of. Like I said, this is someone that is dependent upon you, someone that needs you, okay? So having this experience, this success, all of this energy has not stripped you of your humanity, of your compassion, of your empathy. You still have the ability to understand and empathize with people. The 3 is all about understanding, right? The 3 is a still very spiritual number. It's once we get to the 4s, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that we get into the terrestrial plane, right? Thoughts, feelings, actions. Particularly the number 4. This is like, okay, we got to come back down from the spiritual realm and take care of business with the 4. The 4 is the 4 elements, the rest of the world, right? Body, thoughts, feelings, all that stuff. The 3 is still a very spiritual card. And it is a spiritual understanding. So it's as if this experience that you're having this week is putting you more in touch with some of these things, right? We're talking about kind of getting out of there, being the stillness, being the center of the wheel, where we're not moving and it's just things around us that we're witnessing, kind of. But in kind of an alternative sense, it is making you more compassionate, more understanding, right? Having this experience is making you a deeper human being, right? And that's, I think, the beauty of the 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords gets a really bad rap. 3 of Swords, I see a lot of readers just, 3 of Swords is the worst card. Well, it can be. Any of these cards can be the worst card, you know? And that's why I don't read reversals. Because all of this energy is relative. Just because if this card came out upside down, it doesn't mean that I'm going to say, oh, this is, you know, the opposite of what it means when it's upright. It doesn't mean that it's intensely negative. Oh, but it's upside down. It means it's reverse. It means it's intensely positive. That seems pretty arbitrary to me. I try to look at things in relation to the other cards in the spread, in the layout, right, in the moment. And we like to see the other elemental energies, the other spiritual energies, and the way the cards flow into each other, I think, is more important than just which way I happen to fumble it out of my deck, you know. I don't have very nimble fingers, so it could come out any direction, honestly. So I think this really is talking about your depth, right? Your humanity, your intense compassion that is just, it's even more intense now because of all of these experiences that you're having. It has not stripped you of your humanity. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I'm very relieved by this card, you know? My gut was that it was going to be some air energy, and then I was a little bit kind of fearful of it, but this feels really good. And I think that you are just developing and growing in such a beautiful way that it really is my pleasure to read for you. It's my honor. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, please click on the link that's right up here. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Watch these videos, as many as you want, from beginning to end. That really helps out the channel, lets the algorithm know that you value this channel, okay? And do that for all of your favorite readers. You know, I want to see everybody succeed. I really do. Again, so the extended, and this was your weekly reading, April 9th through April 15th on Dove and Serpent Tarot.